in the world, the GSL Code S. In the center left, in the red, the Totalitarian.
Invasion GuMiho.
Some nerd who's never watched the show before is just tuned in and is like, is that a towel?
Yeah.
It is. In the bottom right in the blue.
Started live.
I actually, before I knew who GuMiho was, way back in like season 1 or 2 or something, he was at a qualifier, and I filmed it. So if you want to see early GuMiho,
oh really?
I just named the video Towel-Tearin'. It's on YouTube.
Artosis.
Yo.
Thank you so much for coming down here today, Artosis, despite being very sick.
Yeah, well, this crew.
Hopefully this is not one of these things that makes you more sick because you actually came and worked and pushed your body.
I'm not going to move again until GSL on Friday.
Okay.
So it's back to bed.
You're going to freeze yourself.
More of that SimCity iPad game, man. I'm going to keep making those
Did you ever play this game on iPad called The Room?
Oh, I downloaded it. You told me about it. I downloaded it.
Yeah, it's sort of like,
it's
kind of like Myst or something, but it's like pretty good if you were just sitting there. I haven't beaten it, but I play it like when I'm on flights and I'm not with you. One of the few times I'm not with you on a flight.
Yeah.
Going somewhere to do an esports event.
I'll try it at some point.
Yeah, it's worth a try. I thought it was pretty good.
I've actually been playing a lot of. There's this new game out for both 3DS and Wii U called Nintendo Remix. And it is basically just pieces of all old Nintendo franchises. Like,
hold on. Got a cough. Go ahead, please.
Like pieces of stages from Mario 1, 2, 3,
like Zelda 1
Metroid,
and 2, stuff?
Metroid, yeah. It's got all that stuff, and as you go through each game, it'll like show you like how to do stuff. It's like jump and kill this enemy, and then like the next, you get a certain number of stars for how quickly and how well you do it.
Hold on, cough break.
And
back to it.
So, anyways, it goes harder and harder and harder and harder, and it's just like it's really actually quite cool. And I've been playing that a lot.
Nintendo always did a good job of making games accessible, but then actually making them very challenging.
Yeah, like some of the levels actually got pretty hard where it's like, oh god, how do I get 3 stars in this one? It's like very tough. I have to like really time out all my jumps to do this stage quick enough. And like, so far I have almost 500 stars, I guess, which means that's a lot of levels, I guess. Like 150 levels I've beaten or something.
I'll have to check that out.
It's actually very fun if you were a Nintendo kid. It brings a lot of nostalgia back.
We got the Reaper being microed. This is the dance we've seen 1,000 times before in TvZ.
Yeah. I think 1,000 is a really low guess. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 1,000,000 times, 1 billion times in this matchup. Usually 1 or 2 lings is lost. The Reapers are usually driven out.
Yeah. No lings yet. We have a couple lings going up. See what's going on. Yeah, I think he's actually killed nothing as of this moment.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's big.
Reaper's coming back. That's so annoying. Oh my god, he gets in the main. Even more annoying. The SCV is going to come down there and try to save that. Oh, and he makes the 3rd CC there. No secrets right now for the Zerg.
Wow. The fact that he saw the 3rd CC, I would almost think he might cancel it if I was live, because I'm like, wait, did he really just make that in front of my Zergling's eyes?
We've seen some weird stuff with scouting lately. Like, we saw Panic actually walk into his base with the tagged stalkers and show the Dark Shrine. But similar thing here. I can't believe he actually just made the command center. He's keeping it.
Yeah.
I would have thought maybe he'd cancel and do something kind of risky, but I guess he feels better with the macro. But still, don't show them the CC. Never show them the CC.
Yeah. You gotta hide information. I guess he only had 1 gas taken, so it's like, okay, he knows 99% this is going to be a CC, so may as well just make it. But still, it's, you know, I don't like to see so many things scouted. StarCraft is a game of partial information.
Yeah.
Or incomplete information, I guess is a better way to say that. And you got to use that.
And occasionally, if you can show them something and then stop doing it, cancel or not use that tech, because that information you're giving them might lead them down a road, and then you can mix up your play and do something they might not expect. So,
yeah, sometimes.
But that's why we're just so shocked to see GuMiho sort of, I guess, just take it. You know, he's like, okay, I guess you saw my command center, but
Yeah. Well, See how this goes for him. We do have the armor in the way. Okay, more facts. There we go. That is answered. Looks like it will be. Well, we'll see if he adds another fact. Because 2 facts doesn't necessarily mean mech. There's some mech bio compositions you can go with 2 facts that are really cool.
It's like these hybrid unit comps.
Yeah. It's like Cyborg Terran.
It would be like Borg Terran, actually.
Well, no, that would be assimilating, right? That would be like...
Oh, yeah, no, the Borgs do assimilate.
Yeah. You need to actually watch Star Trek.
Yeah, that's something
you would
I should
actually
watch.
like the Next Generation, I think.
Should I watch? Is that the TV series or is that
that's the TV series. The new movies are good just because they're like good action movies.
But is it like I should? What if I watched the movies? Would I not be able to appreciate them? Is it?
No,
one of
you
these?
could appreciate those movies, but just the 2 new ones. You should actually watch the Next Generation.
I'll check that out. Third base is under fire right now.
This is big.
The Spire is not yet done.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get this. This is awesome.
Yeah. The Banelings were started a little bit too late here.
Yeah.
We can see Life is just trying to buy some time.
Yeah.
Maybe this will force him to turn around, but this is...
Yeah, I think GuMiho is too on top of it, though. He's like, no.
Oh, my God. Like the latest last second, like latest cancel ever.
I just use a split.
Oh!
Pretty good splitting. Hellbats aren't quick like Marines, so that was pretty well done. And you know what? This has been super effective so far from GuMiho.
7 mutas on the way, by the way.
Yeah, Widow Mines, a Thor, missile turrets, everything coming here for GuMiho as anti-muta. In fact, look where those 2 Widow Mines went. What a funny place.
I actually didn't see... Oh, right down there?
Yeah, that's just
it.
like very
Wait,
random.
what's funny about it is that mutas, oddly enough, may very well fly over that.
Yeah.
And that's not really a place that you're ever going to expect Widow Mines to be. It's it's kind of like this mind game where, well, nobody does this, and it's not really the best move to do.
Yeah.
And therefore...
You might not be looking right
in
there.
this case, against a player as good as Life, who normally calculates just about everything,
Yeah.
this may be something he didn't count. He didn't factor in this one case.
Well, let's
because,
see.
Here we go. Bam.
Wow.
Huge
Super
blow.
effective. 2 mutas dead already. Fantastic.
Normally we see the Widow Mines around the minerals here, so that was it was a really smart move.
Yeah.
And it's a move he probably can't do again against Life, but it's cool to see him throw that in there.
Life will be a lot more careful about that in the future, but having already lost 3 mutas and his third base, this is so fantastic for GuMiho. Everything is looking completely stacked in his favor this game. How the tides have turned.
Well, he's continuing to mech up here. 10 roaches, blue flame on the way. And this is a third base that could be a little bit risky to take, actually. It's not totally
it's
safe.
like,
This is a very small number of units here.
It looks like it's one of those bases where he wants to rally through to attack, right?
Well, I think that, yeah, that's exactly what he wants to do there. But I think that Zerg is just not going to stop making roaches, and he might just be able to hit this before it's really been able to set up defense. You can already see the mutas are intended to draw something back to the Terran's base.
With only 5, will he, though? I think I'd rather give up that depot.
Well, the Vikings are the answer to that.
Okay. Well,
so,
Vikings are a good answer because they'll just go wherever you need them.
ooh, a little bit of miss micro there with the mutas. Well, he's got 24 roaches and 5 more making. He can actually just run right into this.
Yeah,
the Thor is going to be a little bit tough for the roaches, but nothing else.
That army is not prepared for this. He actually needs some siege tanks, which I think he just doesn't have many yet.
Yeah, I think they're only just now getting incorporated into the game, but I don't even think they're in position here to defend yet.
Now that is a lot.
Now notice he came around from this side. Oh, how funny. He's actually going to go to the second. He might have thought there was a tank there anyways. Well, the beauty of this is he can get in here. He can actually get in the way of units that are being made. And when he continues to make roaches, by the way, back at home and rally them up here, those roaches can then attack into the third base. Like this, right there.
Very well done. He does have some units there to actually defend against that. But can he be cost efficient enough against these roaches?
Oh my God, he's breached the main.
Well, we still have a lot of siege tanks up here.
Now, there you go. There you go.
So.
He spreads out the roaches so that the siege tank and siege mode can't really be utilized.
Well, good job there. Hitting SCVs all over the place. 31 already dead.
Life is everywhere, man.
Just unable to hold on against this. I think this really caught GuMiho off guard. He expected after, a 2-base muta with a canceled third, he's like, okay, he's not going to put all of his money into roaches.
Well, guys,
but
there are holes in mech. That's one of the problems. There are ways to punish it.
That is a fact.
And Life clearly saw a good way to hit him and hit him hard here. So Terran without a third base means Terran without additional gas that's necessary to pump out the mech units. It puts, it puts GuMiho in a very tough spot.
Yeah, look at this. He's got so few SCVs. He was down to 30 after that attack. Meanwhile, Life taking his 4th base, good creep spread, decent upgrades. He's exactly where he needs to be.
I'll just repairing this CC over here. Map control completely in Life's hands right now. There's a lot of different ways that he can play from here. I think this is one thing that is an option for GuMiho, is to at least try to do some harass.
Yeah, I really like that move. That was nice. Just for the cost of flying those over there and a little bit of damage on one.
And
6 drones.
He's not done. I think he's going to hit a different spot with those Vikings while coming back around here with this drop. And Hellbats here. Maybe get a few more drones.
Yeah, and as soon as he realizes that those roaches have been called out to help defend his harassment, that's a great time to retake this base.
And here we see that drop right now. Notice he only dropped one. He wants to go to the other base with the other one. And he's just looking for that really good drone shot. Maybe, Life isn't multitasking well enough. He gets 1 or 2 good shots. And whoa! There we go. That's what I was talking about.
Well, this is a pretty decent amount of drones killed so far.
And he picks up again. Looks like the other Hellbats weren't so lucky. They were picked off there. Oh, see, here we go. Oh, no, we don't. I was going to say maybe he could just drop there, get a shot or 2 off, but...
Yeah, it looks like he'll get out of there for now, but that threat of harassment is still alive.
Siege tanks over here at the 3rd base, by the way.
Yeah, we have another drop moving out as well. Looks like towards the 3rd base. Drawing units up towards this medevac. This is GuMiho's recovering very well here, I would say. Better than the last game. I guess a different amount of damage in a different way this game.
More drones being pulled now. It's one swarm host against a Hellbat. And what's going on up here? All right, so we had some roaches trying to sneak up over here,
but for a movement, but he
actually not going to work. Yeah. Not a bad idea though. Again, get the mech guy out of position.
Well, that's what he's trying right now. His army is actually pretty small and pretty weak as he's trying to get this swarm host count up. And GuMiho's got a good spot if you look at this. Like, he's got this 3rd secured. He's getting a decent amount of siege tanks. He's going to be able to stop these locusts without really taking damage. I think GuMiho's really fought his way back very well. The thing is, Life, though, he does have a good amount of drones. I like the fact he has burrow movement. Gives him some flexibility to what he can actually do here.
Yeah. It also allows him to engage, do some damage, then heal up real fast, get back, Well, I don't see any push potential just yet from Life. He looks like he's still, not Life, GuMiho. It seems like GuMiho's going to have to depend a little bit on harass for the time being. We'll see how well Life is equipped to deal with that.
Here comes that Thor drop once again. Going to be able to easily take out the spine and the spore. In the meantime, this is actually pretty reasonably effective. Look at this.
Yeah, getting a lot of workers here.
Wow, yeah.
The Thors have been chased out now.
GuMiho's been working on his harassment, man. He's doing a great job.
The tactical Tau Terran. And now we got a push. Follow-up push here from GuMiho. Supplies, by the way, actually superior for Terran.
It's a pretty big deal.
SCVs coming with.
Yeah,
primarily to repair. They're not. He's not pulling the boys.
They're not fighting like against Protoss. These units are actually good.
Yeah.
Well, the Roach is still running around, seeing if they can pick off reinforcements or anything like that.
Well, the Roach has been in this other spot. Maybe he can do some damage, but this is pretty scary for Life right now. I mean, this is a pretty big force coming down here. He's got Swarm Hosts, which is not bad, but if those Swarm Hosts manage to get put into a corner, granted that might be pretty difficult to do, but if they are put stuffed in a corner and shot down, the game will end.
Yeah. So right now we actually do have a nice little counterattack here, killing off quite a few SCVs once again. That Widow Mine has gotten so much value out there. It has killed so much this game. GuMiho a little bit sloppy this game. Units kind of all over the place.
The Roaches are gathering up. really the best way to deal with mech is to keep the main mech army off of your back, like off of your expansions. Have these little squads out there, whether it's dropping, harassing with burrowed roaches, or even just having unburrowed roaches that are running around, come in there, attack locations. This strongest point of mech is actually the siege tank. If the siege tank didn't exist, people basically wouldn't do this. But if you can keep the siege tanks defending and in siege mode, the Terran becomes so immobile that there's not a lot the Terran can really do as you take the whole map. The problem, though, is if you engage incorrectly several times, they are siege tanks. They will kill everything very quickly. And it is a very efficient trade for Terran if Terran's set up in a good position.
Well, right now he is set up definitely in a good position, defensively at least. Life continues to take more bases. You know, this is how you do it. The map is really big. There's a lot of bases he can take that are very hard for GuMiho to actually do anything against.
If he starts getting the far upper right bases, man, I don't see any way that GuMiho can win.
Yeah, well, so far his harassment has been good. Like, he's done some great Thor drops and Hellbat drops and done some damage. But, you know, the more bases Life takes, it gets harder and harder for GuMiho to do that because there's constant pressure coming in the form of Stormhost.
Forced cancel there on the command center. Still keeping GuMiho pretty busy back at home. We're getting close to the point where both the players are going to max out.
More and more Stormhosts send their Locusts up. Does have those very crucial Vipers out as well. That Widow Mine right there, to the right, has actually killed so many units this game I cannot even express.
Oh man, we got a push coming up here. He sieges up in siege mode, obliterating anything in its path. He's getting closer and closer. Yeah, the Swarm Hosts escape, which means how many more engagements can Terran take of Swarm Hosts? Oh man, the fungal.
Oh, very good fungal right there. And in comes some more Locusts. Love that Roach positioning. Really taxing the multitasking of GuMiho. But he is very good at multitasking. It's definitely one of his strong points.
He picks up, backs out.
Ultra's on the way right now with some Lings. More and more upgrades coming in.
You know, I like the idea of what he's been doing here, but a lot of this harass hasn't really been that effective. Since that first big attack man where the Roaches actually pierced the main.
Yeah, he definitely needs to kill some more SCVs or units, but I think he's doing well enough.
You know, I think this game's going to end up a lot like the other game.
Yeah.
It seems like
GuMiho's going to run out of gas here, literally and figuratively.
I mean, it's as efficient, cost efficient, and as strong as mech is when it's maxed out. Swarm Hosts are free. They are free.
Yeah, Locusts are free.
No resource is unlimited in StarCraft with the exception of Swarm Hosts. So all it has is a cooldown.
Yeah.
You can get as many as you want over and over and over again.
And
forever.
Oh my god, the spells are being cast, Staceless, and he will break this position once again.
If he breaks his position, there's really no way for GuMiho to win unless he can reclaim it right away. Well, there's a lot of Thors coming down here. There's a lot of tanks up in the front. Getting a shot of lower down here, what's going on. It looks like the free units are all disappearing. So good job there, GuMiho. Yeah. He actually manages to hang on. You know, by a hair right now.
Still, though, all the ground that he gained is now lost.
Also, look at the supplies, 122 to 194.
Yeah. Like, GuMiho won't leave yet because he is playing mech, and you can get some good engagements and come back, but Life has a lot of bases, and he is not messing up. GuMiho has not even come close to taking a fourth yet. He hasn't landed a command center up there yet. He's trying to finally.
Oh, my God.
Even that's late.
So nice. I mean, sometimes when you see people meching, it can be a very, very long, slow, drawn-out loss.
Yeah.
They're just stuck, kind of sitting back, defending, barely holding on with this powerful defense while having no opportunity on the map whatsoever. The map is completely owned by the Zerg in this case.
Yeah. Good enough defense all over the place. Will hold on, losing only a few drones over there. Definitely not worth it for GuMiho. In fact, GuMiho just took his hand off the keyboard. GG.
GG.
He knows. Life just the better player.
GuMiho threw in the towel, man.
GuMiho, GuMi no.
Life and Rain get out.
Yeah, no big surprise.
Most people would have predicted that, but
GuMiho's a very good player. If he came back in a Code S next season, wouldn't surprise me one bit.
You can see the disappointment on GuMiho's face. I mean, he really shouldn't be too hard on himself. You're in a group with Life and Rain.
Yeah.
Gods in their respective races.
Yeah, I mean, those are both guys that you expect, like, top 4. Like, not even top 8. You're not even like, oh, you know, these guys, top 4 is pretty much where you expect to see them at the end of the tournament.
We'll be seeing more of GuMiho in the future. I think as long as there's StarCraft II, there's always going to be some presence here from GuMiho.
Yeah.
Life does it. He wins. We're going to go to a winner interview and see what his thoughts are now that he's moved on to the round of 16.
Hi.
Hi. I got to say, the results not surprising. A lot of the games...
A little bit surprising, yeah.
A bit more one-sided than we thought they were going to be.
I thought it was going to be, like, fantastic games today. If like,
yeah, me too. And there were a lot of them that were just...
To be honest, like, if you... maybe you can tell your friend's like, hey, should I watch GSL from last night? Like, I had to go to sleep or whatever. Should I catch that? I have a limited amount of time to get some StarCraft content. I'd skip today, to be honest.
Yeah, not our best games.
Yeah.
Some of our best players, but
you were
not
right
our
when you said if I didn't
games.
come, you could just be like, I could sum that up here and be like, oh, thanks, I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah.
블리즈컨을 제패한 스타데일의 이수령 선수입니다.
On to our interview, the winner of the 2014 BlizzCon,
소감 어떠세요?
and he's nominated to the round of 16. He is Life. Life, how are you feeling?
떨어질 것 같았는데.
네.
You know, I thought my condition was really bad today. I was actually very worried about being eliminated.
잘 풀려서 이긴 것 같아요.
네. 컨디션 난조를 말씀을
the
하셨는데
games went better than I expected, so I'm
초반보다는
happy.
시간이 흐를수록 조금 어려움을 겪은 것 같아 보였습니다. 이 최종전 1경기보다는 조금 어렵게 푸셨던 것 같아요. 상대방의 좀 어떤 변화가 있었나요?
Your final matches seem tougher than your starting matches. How do you, your thoughts on that?
약간 찌르는 플레이로 해서 제가 맡기만 하면 이긴 상황이라서 그렇게 했고.
Yes.
이후에는
He's prone to attack early on.
제가 메카닉 준비를 많이 하고 나왔거든요.
네.
그래가지고 이긴 것 같아요.
And he actually does mech play a lot. So I spent a lot of time preparing for mech specifically.
아쉽게 패하긴 했지만 교전 때마다 박수가 크게 터져 나왔거든요. 정윤종 선수와의 경기는 어떠셨어요?
일단
So when you have a
1경기에
match
제가 알고
against
있었는데
Rain,
풀려가지고
네.
솔직히 좀 어이가
you
없어요.
couldn't really put your best performance.
네.
But whenever you had an engagement,
상대방이 좀 잘하셔가지고 잘 막으셔서 이긴
I could hear a lot of claps in the audience.
자, 정윤종
Anything you want to
선수가
say?
이 경기가 끝난 이후에 사실
Look, Rain's one of the best Protosses out there.
공격적인 저의 스타일이 조금은
I knew it was going to be tough going into the match before it even started.
혹시 후에 다시 만나게 된다면 좀 스타일을 바꿔서 만나볼 생각이 있으신가요?
저도 공격적으로 하기 싫은데 이게
So Rain said you're a very aggressive player.
세진이니까 이게
He said he was well prepared for that.
문제가 있는 것 같아요.
Do you think you need to play your play style?
문제는 저그에게
Change your
있었군요.
play style. excuse me.
네, 오늘 박대만 해설 또 어떻게 보셨는지
He said the
궁금하네요.
problem is not my play style. It's just a problem Zergs have in general.
히드라 리스크 뽑기 전에 막 일벌레도 잘 째놓고 이제 싸우기 좋은 환경을 만들어 놓고 첫 싸움 때 파수기 다 잡았잖아요.
네.
그러면서 히드라 리스크도 많이 살아남아 있었는데 그 경기는 좀 이겼어야 되지 않나요?
그게 원래 제 플레이가 히드라링 올인 플레이인데.
They're talking about the match where he almost won but ended up losing.
상대방이 맞춰가기만 하면 제가 진 상황이라서 못 끝내면 지는 빌드라서 그렇게 했어요.
근데 저희가 봤을 때는 이제 거신의
Sorry guys, I didn't catch that.
Probably about the
보이지 않는
Hydras
상황이라서
overextending into the
한번
defense,
이제
my guess.
접고 나서
But
이제 뭐 저글링 추가하거나
네.
아니면은 뭐 살모사보다 이제 감염증을 추가해서 다시 한번 싸웠으면은 좋아 보이는 상황이었었는데
네.
거신 맞춤 하다 보니까 그렇게 이제 공격적으로 가게 된 거죠.
저는 당연히 정윤종 선수가 거신을 갈 줄 알고 계속 공격적으로 몰아붙인 건데 그냥 거신도 안 가고 그냥 땡추적자로
He was talking about how Rain didn't even have Colossus.
당황했는데.
And we're talking about the Hydra game, and you
그리고
could
오늘
have
이제
backed your army up.
두번 잡고
Maybe some Vipers or something. He didn't. He's asking why.
처음 만났을 때 두 번째 경기에서 이제 맹독충을 한
And he said, look, I didn't even expect him to know he wasn't going to produce Colossus. So he was caught off by that. Caught off guard. So it seems like when you have a match against GuMiho, your build order, it's tailored to his play style.
한 마리로 불곰이 나오는 걸 봐가지고
Yeah, how much did you prepare for GuMiho specifically?
그럼 오늘
He said,
컨디션은
yeah,
좋지 않았지만
when using my
어떤
Zerg,
예상은
sending my Zerg
굉장히
into his
좋게 된
base,
그런 케이스입니다.
I was able to predict everything from there.
축하드립니다.
And he says some of it was actually just luck too.
이승현 선수 지난해 블리즈컨을 제패해서 그런지 이제 아우라가 느껴집니다. 자, 올해 목표를 어떻게 설정하고 있는지 궁금한데요.
So since you won the BlizzCon
나가는 대회마다
2014,
우승인데
네.
잘 풀리면 좋겠네요.
프로토스전은 이 막강한 테란전에 비해서 조금은 어려운
You've been doing well in other games and advanced to the next rounds.
다 뚫을 자신 있으신가요?
토스전은
I know you've been having a hard time just recently, and you've been having a hard time with the matches against Protoss.
이상하게
Are you feeling more confident now?
허둥지둥대다 다치더라고요. 그래서 좀 많이 보완해야 할 것 같아요. 아직.
네. 자,
Yeah,
이승현
there's a lot of
선수
things that I have to cover.
개인적으로 이거 좀 궁금한 게 있는 건데
Having a match against Protoss,
누나가
especially.
누군가요?
I know more about what my weak points are, and I'm going to have to
네,
continue to sort those
필터
out.
아이디 있는데 거기 사람이 해주는 거예요.
네, 이렇게 전혀 웃음기 없이
Okay, they're talking about who's his Nuna, which is Korean, a term for like older sister.
마지막으로 우리 이승현 선수의 마지막 인사를 끝으로 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
So I guess on the
해주시죠.
Korean message boards, lots of people talking about who is his Nuna. I'll explain more of that in a second. And he was said it's a StarTale manager. Also, anything to say to your fans? Life says thank you guys who came down here. Thank you guys who cheered for me, and please come watch me in the round of 16. So yeah, there's
16강에 진출한 이승현 선수와 이야기를 나눠봤습니다.
Nuna is like a word in Korean, which is like if you're a man but you have somebody older than you who's a female who's like a friend but kind of like a mentor, like a big sister, not in the biological sense.
That's right.
That's what a Nuna is, but we don't quite have a word for that like that in English. And I guess a lot of fans were expecting that he would name his girlfriend. I don't know if his girlfriend's older than him, but that's what was discussed down there.
Must be.
But he said it's the team coach. We've solved that great mystery.
All right. Sick. Well, you see who gets out, guys. It's as expected. Rain in first place, Life in second. There you go.
Well, guys, it was the most standard results with not exactly the juiciest games for today.
No, certainly not.
Obviously, we have one-sided matches from time to time, but normally not. The sheer number of one-sided matches is a bit surprising. So join us
Friday.
It's going to be for Group F. We've moved the schedule around for some of the groups. Yep.
Yeah. I believe Hero and Tasia are going, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
Look at Tasia himself will be playing in Code S. So I'm sure you're all very excited. Expect a lot of people.
We want a lot of nerds coming down here.
He's against CJ Hero, who, by the way, is going to beat him. So you go ahead, you Tasia fans, be all butthurt, and come and watch as I'm right, as Hero gets out first and Tasia gets out second in this group.
Special thanks again to Artosis, who is sick. In fact, I should probably wash my hand now that I've touched you. He was very sick all day, blowing his nose, coughing, taking the mic away to cough and everything. So thank you for coming down here, Artosis. I appreciate it. Go get some rest, guys. Tweet some vitamin C to him so he can recover. That does it for our show tonight. We'll see you Friday for Group F. Good night.
I just wanna tell you, you just got a mighty check up. Wanna please you all day long. Baby,